Welcome back to another episode of Iniquitous News. I am your host, Lawrence Johnson, and happy Friday, my people. But we are going to talk about the Holocaust of 2025. At least that's what I'm calling it at this point in time, until enough people start talking about it where we stop it. Because we are the ones funding it. And it's an ethnic cleansing and a genocide happening. And that's what today's episode is mostly going to be about. Why is that? Well, because Israel bombed the hospital. Surprise, surprise, they've now bombed every hospital in all of Gaza. But this one in particular, it's like they didn't even try to lie. See, they had this image here where they said, oh yeah, we see these underground tunnels inside the hospital, so we have to bomb them because we know Hamas is down there. They don't give a fuck about the hostages. Hostages, they don't even talk about them no more. Ever since we did that hostage exchange, you know how many Palestinians have died since then? Over 300, they say, and a lot of them haven't been found because they're underneath the rubble. Don't worry, I'll show you that bullshit in a little bit. But what was confirmed is that is just drainage and sewage. And guess what? That's not even the hospital. They zoomed out, they looked at the actual image, and what they were showing was a school. So basically, as usual, Israel just wanted to bomb a hospital and innocent civilians. Because why not? Because they can do whatever the fuck they want to do. And they lied to us about it, lied for their reasoning, once again, for the fucking 1000th time in the last year and a half. And nobody has to pay any consequences. Bombed a hospital, right? It sounds fucking insane, doesn't it? Not for them, it's not. So let's dive into what happened in the past 24 hours while we slept and they hid in terror as people tried to commit a genocide. Well, if you take a look here, that was last night. They had bulldozers and tanks ready to, ethnically cleanse and just wipe shit out. No worries. What else did they do during this time? That's right. Bombed other things. And if look at this image right here as they bomb this civilian house. There's been over 7 civilian families that have been completely killed in the past 24 hours. But I mean, look at that. Nothing but rubble around it. And you're going to tell me, well, that was the Hamas headquarters, so you bombed everything around it, but then you waited to the last second to bomb where Hamas was at? You're just, oh, well, we bombed everywhere else, so they had to be there. And this happens every single day. And it doesn't seem like protests are really working, and our media and news doesn't really report on it. So it's like, okay, here at Iniquitous News, we're going to bring light to everything. And there's probably going to be some graphic images you see here today. And I'm sorry, but where else are they going to show them? It's like, I be scrolling on my phone. I'm like, I'm watching kids die every day. And I'm like, what the fuck? Is nobody else seeing this? And other people are like, oh, no, I'll be seeing that shit too. I'm like, well, so what do we do? So let's keep seeing what else these shitty Zionist people have done. Netanyahu in particular, because he's a war criminal. And let's take a look.
يلا واحد اثنين ثلاثة روح واحد حاجة فوق يلا واحد اثنين ثلاثة روح احنا ايوه منخينه بس واحد يسحب.
See, the thing, in war, when you're destroying places like this, see, usually the people that you're fighting against have a navy, an air force, just an army to back them up, not guerrilla warfare. See, that's the key here. What's happening right now is you're fighting guerrilla fighters, right? Well, they call them terrorists. But it's really people that are fighting back against what is happening to them, which at this point is very clear is genocide. So at what point in time are they not guerrilla fighters anymore? You can't consider them an army. You've wiped out all of their family. And you say have to completely end Hamas, but they know that they're creating more Hamas members every single day as they continue to pulverize Gaza. So that's the thing. Just like what happened with America in Vietnam. Yeah, it's just, oh, we supposedly won. We was getting our ass kicked. There's a lot of Americans live that were lost because it was guerrilla warfare style fighting. It's not the same type of shit where it's just like, oh, this is not a normal war. This isn't a war. This is a genocide. And it kills me because I see these kids and, like, for example, let's take a look at this video of how these kids have to grow up in their day-to-day. This is their normal life. And so while some Israeli soldiers are opening firing on children and just innocent civilians, what do the other soldiers do? Oh, they grill meat inside of a home that hasn't been bombed yet, but obviously is abandoned, and they put it on social media for everyone to see while they're currently starving an entire population of people. This is the lowest of low and sickest form of humanity that there is. As usual, hell is hot, and I hope they dress cold. Because this is reality, right? These people have no consequences. At this point in time, I have to believe in the afterlife because it's just like, oh yeah, they have to suffer in some sort of way for making other humans suffer like this at this point in time. Grilling meat while you're starving people from water and food and you're in someone's occupied home that you just blew up everywhere else around it. You feel good about yourself enough to post that on social media. I'm a hater. Not even in my wildest hate and dreams could I even come up with some bullshit like that. Whew. Wow. Despicable people. Unbelievable. And all this killing and destruction and what they call a war all stems from October 7th. As we know, that was a terrible thing. But as time continues, I've realized they let October 7th happen. Now, you can say that's a conspiracy theory, but this is an open-air prison, one of the most heavily guarded places in the world, and always surveilled 24/7. And you mean to tell me that all of a sudden they just were able to launch this undercover attack and nobody knew about it? Yeah, I wasn't born yesterday. And then I see that you place people undercover and go kill civilians over there and call them terrorists and stuff like that. So you're able to plant people undercover as Mossad and then also kill people from inside. You gonna see? I don't think there's no inside jobs. No. And then to know that the Hannibal directive was carried out, I think it's now time to understand how many Israelis did Israel kill. Because that was the Hannibal directive is. We do not let them take hostages we need to kill. And I'm not just saying this for no reason. I mean, listen to this interview because the casualties keep on coming down.
We had the number at 1,400 casualties, and now we've revised that down to 1,200 because we understood that we had overestimated. We made a mistake. There were actually bodies that were so badly burnt, we thought they were ours. In the end, apparently, they were Hamas terrorists.
So in the beginning, it was the deadliest attack. 2,000 plus people died. Then they moved it back to 1,700. Now they're moving it back to 1,200. Because, oh, well, we were actually killing Hamas members. So how many people actually did die, and then how many people did you guys kill? Now, again, not justifying October 7th. It was a terrible thing that happened. Innocent people lost their lives. But the reaction and retaliation is now complete genocide and ethnic cleansing, and you start to think, well, maybe Israel was using this as an excuse to now do and carry out the plans they've always had. I don't know. That's just me thinking logically. Maybe I'm crazy. Of course I'm going to be called anti-Semitic, but I'm used to that now. It's whatever to me. I don't really give a fuck because I know I'm not anti-Zionist for sure. But that's the problem. Israel tries to use Judaism as their guard. That's their security. Well, no. This is not Judaism at all. This is warmongering. This is Zionism. And there's a big difference, people. But that's the problem is it's infiltrated America to the point where a college student, he gave his speech, valedictorian, and he used these 3 minutes to talk about he's not compliant with the genocide taking place. I mean, listen to the words himself.
My moral and political commitment guide me to say that the only thing that is appropriate to say in this time and to a group this large is a recognition of the atrocities currently happening in Palestine. I want to say that the genocide currently occurring is supported politically and militarily by the United States, is paid for by our tax dollars, and has been live streamed to our phones for the past 18 months, and that I do not wish to speak only to my own politics today, but to speak for all people of conscience, all people who feel the moral injury of this atrocity. And I want to say that I condemn this genocide and complicity in this genocide.
And guess what? Now he is getting his diploma withheld. Imagine you go through all of this time and all this school, and then in 2 minutes, because you say you're not with genocide and you see what is happening and that you're against it, that now they can withhold your documents and diploma. Right? That sounds crazy, doesn't it? Like, I thought this was free speech. Kid put in years of school. All gone. Well, not gone, but I guess withholding. But to me, that doesn't matter. That tells me that free speech, or well, at least if you talk about certain things, that all of a sudden they can withhold your stuff. And it's not like the crowd wasn't with them. Everybody was applauding. But maybe school is scared of funding. I had no idea. But the fact that they went over after people like Miss Rachel, that's when I knew. I was like, wait, hold the fuck on. Her? I mean, listen to her reasoning of why she supports Gaza and Palestine.
You clearly love kids. Is that why you decided to speak out about what's happening in Gaza, specifically with children?
I think it should be controversial to not say anything.
Did you also, like millions of other Americans, just seeing these horrific, tragic videos?
The idea that caring for a group of children in an emergency situation means you don't care about other children is false.
Are Palestinian children less human than other children? Should we care less about them? I don't quite get where the controversy is coming from.
It's sad that people try to make it controversial when you speak out for children that are facing immeasurable suffering.
I'm sure you have a lot of good people in your lives who are saying to you, just be quiet. It's not worth it. What do you say to them?
Our compassion doesn't have boundaries or borders. We just love kids.
Why do you feel this urge to speak out for Sudanese kids and Haitian kids? And right now, obviously, the kids who are suffering most in the world, the Gazan kids.
Silence wasn't a choice for me.
And they going after her? That's when I knew. I said, oh yeah, they have to get anybody to talk about this shit. I guess my channel's just not big enough, or else they probably be talking shit about me, or probably say I'm anti-Semitic or whatnot, blast it to the world, don't trust this guy. But yeah, not yet. We ain't new to this, we true to this though. That is for sure. And it's like, if you can't believe anybody, why not listen to a surgeon that's volunteered his time in Gaza himself?
When you worked there, as you showed us in your video diary, the hospital was hit by Israeli airstrikes. That has continued to happen. We know that Israel says it's going to carry on doing this until Hamas is destroyed. What will that mean for your patients?
Well, you know, healthcare facilities have always been safety net areas across the world, including in the UK. And it was the last refuge where people might go in a place like Gaza. So, for example, when Nasser Hospital was under siege in 2024, crowds of people naturally congregated within the curtilage of the actual hospital grounds outside it, and the same in Gaza City as well. So when a missile hits there, it's beyond reckless. No matter what your motivation is, or no matter what you say your motivation is.
Right, that's some horrifying shit, right? Unbelievable. I just know when I look back in 15, 20 years, Iniquitous News is a huge network. We can look back and be like, oh yeah, he was on the right side of history. Because this shit right here, Holocaust 2025, that's what I'm calling from now on, because I know that will piss off the Zionists anyways, as they keep on trying to use Judaism as their defense. It's not. Don't let them play that card with you either. Moving on to Trump, my boy been crashing out all day. He had a good week, but then he needed this tax budget passed through, and even Republicans was like, slow your roll. And so first, he went after the Supreme Court. He was like, hey, we need to get the Supreme Court shit figured out. I'm tired of them voting against me. And then he went on, and he's like, hey, every Republican needs to be behind this big and beautiful bill. And Republicans was like, no. So obviously Trump was like, man, what the fuck? This man was pissed. Now, they're going to come revisit it and come back in Monday, but it's just like, even a Republican on the House committee's budget was like, hey, yo, what the fuck is this? Say you're going to bring down the deficit, but this shows and proves right in front of my eyes that there's a lot of front spending, AKA Trump and all them clean up over the next 5 years. We're going to spend a shit ton of money. And then on the back end, don't worry, we're going to have something great in place. And these next 5 years after that is going to be great. Yeah, it sounds like some bullshit to me too. So, give me all the money for the next 5 years. And then just in case I can't figure out this dictatorship shit and I can't win my third term, well, then, good luck. Y'all about to eat shit. I just know I was spending all the bread in the beginning. That's why Trump is panicking, because he's just like, wait, I need this. I need y'all on my side. I need a multi-trillion-dollar tax bill. Crazy shit, right? And then they got people like Ben and Jerry getting dragged out the shit because he spoke up against RFK. And that's one thing, I'm not gonna lie though. When RFK is giving a speech, that's one dude you can't scare and just start protesting. It's too much trauma. Too close to home. He immediately thinking his daddy, his granddaddy, uncle, whatever it is. He's like, whoa, who about to shoot me? Nobody, bro. You're not important enough, and you don't defy anybody. They in your pockets. You a bitch, RFK. I'm just being honest with you. Kind of a dweeb. And I hate listening to your talk. Shit is fucking terrible. So you don't got that much to be scared about. But Ben had a point. Stop cutting Medicaid and funding shit and killing people in Gaza. That's what Ben was talking about, and you dragged him the fuck out. But yeah, come on now, people. We can't be scaring RFK like that. Don't hit him too close to home. Come on, man. He's having flashbacks. Oh, shit. Goddamn. I ain't gonna lie. It was funny how he jumped back, though. I was like, little bitch. But also understandable. Kaash Patel has decided to shut down the FBI, basically headquarters, and move them because he's saying they need to get out of the J. Edgar Hoover building and things need to be more efficient elsewhere. The cost and logistics of that is fucking astronomical, and people are like, huh? But he said, I swear, it's going to be more efficient if we do this. I don't think Kaash really know what the fuck's going on. If anything, he's just in there erasing as many files as possible, so when this Epstein shit does come out, there's certain people that are left off it. Or they're just not going to ever come out with it because there's too many people you can possibly redact. That everyone and anyone could get fucked. Who knows? We'll see. Speaking of the FBI, though, James Comey basically went nuclear on right side Twitter and right ring Twitter last night because he posted on Instagram 8647. And then he deleted the Instagram post. Which to them was like, okay, he's calling for the assassination of Donald Trump. We need to arrest this man. Because 86 mean, 8x6 tombstone, we're going to send him to hell. Or it could be 86, like we're removing him. But obviously, Republicans is dramatic. So like, they're trying to kill our guy. We need to arrest him immediately. We know what he means. They're trying to 86, he's calling for his assassination. That's crazy, right? But we already seen, if you have tattoos, they can just make up the symbols and be like, oh yeah, we deporting this nigga to El Salvador. So James, you better watch your back because they may come arrest you for posting something on Instagram. But the other conspiracy theorists were like, wait a second, that's not what he meant. 8647, that's how many days have happened since September 11th in 2001. We'll go down that rabbit hole at a different time because you already know who's behind that, in my opinion. Starts with the I, ends with real, as usual. I'm just saying, once you guys going down that rabbit hole, you're like, what the hell? 5 dancing Israelis, that's nuts. We'll do a whole entire episode on that one of these days because more people need to know what the fuck happened there. But yeah, public speech, on the way out. But I don't know. James, that was a weird post. That definitely was a weird post. So maybe you was trying to call for Trump shit, or maybe you was trying to reference that. I don't know, but deleting it, not in today's world. Too many people, they screenshot. It's immediate. This is the internet. You're too old. That's what I'm saying. Old people, they don't fucking get it. I'm not gonna lie. And we are back with Flerish Fridays, where I go over my favorite flourishing clips of the week. Basically watching people move and groove, vibe and slide, and do their thing. Starting off with basically the wrestling GOAT. Why is this man not on TNT yesterday? I'm not gonna lie, I'm dizzy watching, bro. Flip, back handspring, back handspring, back handspring, back handspring, back handspring. It's like, I know wrestling is fake, but at the same time, you have to give a round of applause sometime, because how? Bro flipped out the whole entire little wrestling mat and then kept on going. And on top of that, kicked dude in the noggin to end it off. I ain't gonna lie, special breed for sure. Very impressed. Moving right along, we have parachuting to death. It's some new competition where basically people will jump off a little bridge and they see when's the last second you could possibly pull the parachute. Run a clip.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh, Jesus Christ! 3, 2, 1.
The margin of error, you guessed it, death, exactly, 100%. Because I mean, if the parachute don't come out fast enough, something go a little bit wrong, it's over. You are dead. I mean, look at that shit. Last second, I will say, very smooth, very cool. I am impressed. Special white breed indeed. But at the same time, I'm like, are you shitting me? What, the risk and reward? Is that worth it? As you can see, Red Bull, nowhere in sight. So why? Strictly for vibes. And I can't understand that, because me, I'm scared just watching this shit. No way. Moving right along, I think we have the definition of flourishing. I mean, this dude took the moment and swam with whales, people. I mean, check this shit out. I mean, do you hear all the clicking noises? Like, they having a conversation. They trying to involve, bro. I would need to learn whale immediately. But I mean, just imagine you are able to witness that in person. That is what flourishing in life looks like. I mean, that's 1 in 150 million. Thank God for the internet, because I know I would never be able to see this. I have swam with whales before, though, surprisingly enough. But I mean, a moment like this, Barton, that's some shit you remember forever. Especially like the feeling, what you saw. It's like, no. It don't get no better than that. I swear to God, it don't. Moving right along, we have League Ready. There's some plays that some shit happens in AAU games, and all of a sudden everybody just kind of stops like, whoa, did you see that shit? And that's his play. I ain't gonna lie, son. One dribble from half court, carry over, lift off, come take this ride with me. I'm straight to the Baja. Oh yeah, you shut the whole shit down. I ain't gonna lie to you. What? No, that's flourishing, for real. I mean, wow, excuse me. Oh, I'm right to the basket. Come take this ride. And it's the throw-in. Like, bro ain't even have to touch the rim. He took off from damn near the free throw line, son. White boy. Special white breed for real. God damn. Nah, I ain't gonna lie. That's one of them shits. You talk AU after, everybody in the group chat's like, dude, you see that shit? Nah, son got dunked on something stupid. The fuck? Next up, we have the Rubik's Cube in 0.1 seconds. Why? Strictly vibes as always. I have no idea. Basically, a bunch of geniuses sat around there like, you know what? It'd be cool if we could just solve a Rubik's Cube like that. And even that is not fast enough. I mean, just take a look at this clip. Don't blink, you're gonna miss.
Press button. Solve.
That shit is so above my comprehension level, but I know one thing, they are Flerish and they is goated for that shit. Because, how, and why? Strictly for vibes and they are geniuses. That's why. Goodness gracious. Keep flourishing, my people. Moving right along into Flashback Fridays. First things first, we got Hater of the Year songs type shit. 50 Cent, Piggy Bank.
Big old chrome rims gleam, you know how I shine. Come on, man. You know how I shine.
I mean, even in that clip right there, that is a direct shot at Fat Joe. That whole entire music video, he created a bunch of cartoons because he knew he wouldn't be able to bring the people that he dissed, like Cassidy, like Nas. 50 Cent, that's why he a founding father of Hater University, because bro ain't new to this, he true to this. He got shot 9 times, came right back, hating on niggas. You gotta respect shit like that. You understand what I'm saying? Moving into the white phase, pop drunk type shit, we gonna bring it back too though. Want You Bad, Offspring. That's another American Pie goated song. People, if you have not watched American Pies by now, please, man, just go watch them so I can say more jokes and you'll understand. For real. Next up, we have Mamacita, Kylie Buzz. He has some other songs, but this shit right here, boy, summer is coming and I'll be moving and grooving. That joint is so tough. And then this was one of them first songs where it's like I invented a struggle in my head that I wasn't really going through because this song was so tough. And that is Talib Kweli, Get By.
Rap shit, living the
Son is so tough for that, bro. I swear. That shit, I didn't have no struggle, but I was saying, just to get by. This morning, I woke up feeling brand new. I jumped up. I do still live by that motto. You know me, I wake up with negativity, I start hating right away, but it's like, you wake up in a good mood, you gonna get by, I swear. And last but not least, we have maybe one of the greatest white songs of all time, in my opinion, Send Me On My Way, Rusted Root.
I would like to hold my little hand.
I mean, come on, son, that shit is really goated. You could not play that song and not be in a good mood. And all of a sudden just look around like, you know what? This life is pretty good. She ain't that bad. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Iniquitous News. Don't forget to hate and subscribe. Happy Friday once again. Y'all have a wonderful, iniquitous, Mephistophelian weekend. You feel me? And I'm going to catch y'all on Monday. I'm out.
You've just tuned in to another edition of Iniquitous News Network with Lawrence Johnson. Don't forget to hate and subscribe.